Most Amazon sellers steer away from selling products that are light if they're listed for under $10, simply because after all of the fees that Amazon requires, there's no room for profit. But I'm going to show you how you can overcome this problem and easily make upwards to $20,000 each month by this one simple strategy.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Barney with ProfitGuru. I'm a teacher, mother of 3, and Amazon FBA seller. Here at ProfitGuru, we're dedicated to trying strategies out and continually improving our own software to help other Amazon sellers just like you.
Hey guys, welcome back to the ProfitGuru channel. Let's jump right into it. What exactly is this small and light program that Amazon offers? Well, quite simply, it's a program that's really overlooked, and it's a win-win for both you as a seller and for Amazon themselves. What's going to happen is by enrolling your products into this program, it's going to decrease the fees that Amazon has to pay for shipping to the customer, and it's going to decrease the fees that you have to pay to Amazon. There are a lot of clear benefits as to why you should want to put your products into the small and light program. And the first one is the reduction of the fees. If you were to list the same exact product, FBA, the fees will be a little bit higher than if you were to list it with the small and light program. So this right here alone is going to increase your profit margins. There's also no minimum purchase or add-on feature requirements, and these products are still going to be FBA eligible. So all of the sellers who are selling this same exact product, but they're doing it FBA, they're going to get the buy box the same amount of times as you're going to get it, but listing it as the small and light. So the product will still be just as competitive listing it this way. Also, this is a great way to scale your business upward. But not just any item can be enrolled into this program. It has to meet all of the requirements from Amazon. The first requirement being that the item has to be in new condition. It also has to be an item that is no more than 3 pounds. When you list the item, you can't have it priced any more than $8. The dimensions on the box can't exceed 18 by 14 by 8 inches. It also can't be an item that is prohibited or FBA restricted, and it can't fall into the adult-only category. The last thing is the item can't be temperature sensitive, meaning it can't be something like gummies or chocolate that could melt. Now, if your item checks all of these boxes, then you'll be able to enroll it into the small and light program. But in order to do so, first you have to have an FBA account. So if right now you're selling under the individual plan, you won't be able to enroll your products into this program. So first, get yourself an FBA account. Now you'll want to list your product. When you first list it, it's going to automatically be FBA. So what you're going to have to do after the product is listed is open up the small and light enrollment page. Now on this page, you're going to enter the MS SKU of the item, and it will come right up and tell you if the item is eligible for the program. It's as easy as that. Plus, if you already have items that are listed in your inventory and they do meet the requirements, you can still flip that ASIN over by going to the enrollment page and putting in the MS SKU. It will just convert your FBA ASIN over to the small and light. So let me give you an example here. Say you have an item that meets all of the requirements, it weighs 2 pounds, and you want to list it for $7. The typical fees that you will see from Amazon would be $5.14 per item. Now you can see that that does not leave a lot of room for any profit at all. Once you figure in the shipping cost and the actual cost to source the product itself, there's probably not going to be any profit left. But if you take this same exact item and put it into the small and light program instead, your fees will only be $4.21. Now you might be thinking to yourself, that's really not a big discrepancy. But really, now there's room here. You can be making a profit, whereas in the FBA, you're not making a profit. So if you can source this item from a distributor for $1, you could be making $1 profit each time it sells, and that's an ROI of 100%. Now find a good product that has a nice rank and maybe it's selling 200 units per month. That's $200 in profit that you're making on this one item alone. Now wash, rinse, repeat. Find several more items that do this, and bam, now you're scaling. But one of the big problems here, why a lot of sellers don't utilize this program, is because typically every sales calculator that you see, they will be calculating the FBA fees, not the small and light fees. So the typical seller putting in this item into a fees calculator, they're going to see it as no profit at all. But really, if you're looking at it on a calculator that does show you the small and light fees, you will see that there's profit to be made. So there's not a lot of competition on these items because most calculators that sellers use don't show them the small and light fees, which are less. Now I say most calculators and not all calculators because ProfitGuru Sales Calculator, it's one of the only ones that actually does show you the small and light fees. Let me show you an example. So I found a product that I'm interested in sourcing and it does meet the requirements for the small and light program. It's less than 3 pounds, it's in new condition, the dimensions are very small in the packaging, and it's going to be priced at less than $8. So I'm going to go down and grab the ASIN. Right here under product details, I'll copy it. And now I'm going to come here to the ProfitGuru dashboard and come over to the FBA calculator. Right here at the top, I'll paste that ASIN. Now you'll see that all of the product details comes right up. You can quickly tell right here if it's going to fall into the right requirements for enrolling it into the program. If I go down a little further, the average seller that runs this through pretty much any other profit calculator, they're only going to see these fees right here, where it says regular. So you can see the fees for the FBA program would be $2.92. But right over here, what most sellers aren't realizing is that by using a small and light calculator, the fees are actually a little bit less. So let me put in what I would get this item for. Using FBA, it would cost around 20 cents per item to ship to Amazon. Now, if I put the sell price to $6.90, I can see here that someone who's selling this doing FBA, their profit's only going to be 53 cents. But somebody who's running this through a small and light calculator, their profit is going to be around $1.10. So as a seller, if I see that a product is making me only about 50 cents per sale, I'm probably going to be a little bit more hesitant about wanting to sell this item. But I know if I can get $1 back for this item, then my profits are going to be higher and I'm much more likely to go for this item. So you can see how a lot of the competition is going to be scared away when they're using their regular profit calculators because there's not a lot of profit. But using the small and light calculator, I can see what most other sellers aren't going to see in that there's actually a higher profit to be made if you're using the small and light program. If you don't already have a list of really good quality brands that you're selling on Amazon, you can come here to the Brands Finder and find brands that have already thousands of items that are selling on Amazon. You can even find suppliers and distributors to get those items from. So if you're interested in learning how to do this, I'm going to link a video right above. So once you do finally have your suppliers, they're going to give you a product catalog. And this product catalog can have tens of thousands of items on it. That would take you an eternity to manually source through those items by hand to see which ones are profitable. But the bulk analysis tool is going to do that for you in minutes. So when you have a new product catalog, you'd come right up here to My Suppliers. You'll hit Add New Supplier, and then you're going to put in the supplier information and click Save. Now you'll come down here to Supplier Products, and you're going to import the entire catalog into ProfitGuru. So now that you've imported your catalog, come right over to ASINs. Right here on the Supplier dropdown, you'll be able to see all of the catalogs that you've uploaded. So you'll choose the one you want to source, and then come over to the Advanced filter. The first filter we're going to want to set is the sales rank. You're only going to want to spend time on items that go up to 100,000 for the BSR. The best seller rank is going to tell you how fast an item is selling and how popular they are. So the lower the rank, the better. Now for the profit, I want to see at least $1 in profit. And for my ROI, I want it to be at least 50%. Now all we have to do is hit search, and we literally are saving ourselves hours and hours of time manually sourcing this by hand. So right here, you can filter what you're seeing. So if you want to drop some of these down, some that might not be as important to you, you can click right here and you can get rid of those. So what you're seeing right here in this column is what the typical person is going to see when they're using a calculator to see their profits, because most calculators don't show you right here, the small and light profit. Take, for example, this one roll of stickers. The average person who's interested in selling these would run the numbers through an FBA calculator, and they would see a profit of 6 cents. But by using the small and light calculator, I can see that there's actually a $1.07 profit that can be made every time I sell one of these items. Quickly looking through this list, I can see a ton of items the same exact way. Right here, it's showing that in a regular FBA calculator, there's next to no profit, when essentially you could be making $1 on each of these items. So this is a really powerful tool because most sellers are not going to be jumping onto these listings. So the competition should be very low because most sellers aren't going to have the capabilities to see that using the small and light program, the fees are actually less and they're making a profit. Look at the return. So we have 106% return here, 84% return. Once you find good brands and then distributors to get you those items and then input that into the bulk analysis, you're quickly going to be able to find 50 good products that are selling quickly. So say you find 50 products that are selling 200 units per month, even if the return is only $1 and you're getting an ROI of 100%, that's going to be $10,000 in profit that you can make selling small and light items just like this that are going to have low competition on them. In most cases, Amazon even allows commingling on these items. And that is great news for you because that means that there's going to be little to no prep work involved. Rather than having to put an FN SKU on them, you would just use the manufactured barcode. So what you do, order the products come to your door. You don't even have to open the box at all if Amazon doesn't require any additional barcodes from you. You would just list those items into your seller account, put the label on it, and send it right off to the warehouse, which is going to save you a lot of time. This method is also a lot less riskier than the typical wholesale model. Really, because what happens with wholesale a lot of the times is sellers start to compete against each other and they drop the price a little here, a little there, until eventually it has tanked so far that the profit is gone and no one can make a profit on these items anymore. This doesn't typically happen with a small and light program, and even when it occasionally does, you can usually at least get your money back and break even on the products. Now, I hope this video was helpful for you guys to see that there is untapped wealth of profit here in the small and light program on Amazon. As always, don't forget about the giveaway we do here at Profit Guru. You could be one of 3 lucky winners that gets an annual subscription to Profit Guru. All you have to do, subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. We genuinely appreciate you. All you need to do is put a comment below right now. Let us know, are you already using the small and light program, or have you never heard of it before, but now you want to check it out and get your products enrolled? Thanks for being here with me, and I'll see you next week. Bye.